G'day folks, welcome back to Wanderstop. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we finally figured out how to make coffee. Well, the game sort of introduced coffee to us, so to speak. And yeah, we finally served a whole bunch of coffee to all of these corporate business people that are currently invading the tea shop. And yeah, it's been really good. I'm happy that we're actually able to serve coffee. We also have a task now to give some tea to all of the various pluffins in the area. So about 5 of them need some tea, but we've already given 3 teas, well actually 1 coffee in the 3 there, to those pluffins. And the latest one was this one here, which is a flavor of tea which we've not tried yet. And I figure maybe the first thing we should do is to actually give this a try for ourselves, and perhaps maybe, write down some tasting notes. So we'll quickly do that now. Only a half cup of tea, but that's fine. And yeah, might as well have a seat here in the shop this time. And we'll let our minds wander.
I don't have regrets. It's actually that simple. My experience is that people who hold on to regrets are looking for a way to punish themselves. And so I just don't... Here's a good example. When I was coming up as a respectable fighter, a young guy came to me and asked me to train him. I agreed. And subsequently, I put this kid through the most intense training regimen anyone his age could ever be expected to do. I was brutal on him, because my expectation was only that he become great. After a couple months, I pitted him against a much older and more experienced fighter. Someone I knew had the potential to be reckless. I had this idea that it would bring out something fierce in the kid, awaken a fire in him. It was a disaster. The older fighter broke 2 of the kid's ribs and put him in the hospital. He never came back to see me after that, and for a moment, I felt some kind of regret over it. But what I realized is that this kid had come to me because he knew I would put him through that. Obviously, I'm this very intense sort of person, and everyone knew that. So if he came to me and asked for this training, then what was he trying to get out of it? Did he assume I would change who I am just for him? Here's what I think, okay? I think he knew that being a fighter wasn't the right path for him. And so when he came to me, he was specifically looking for something that would push him too far. He wanted, an excuse or something. He was looking for a reason to quit. You know how people will do that, right? You can't tell yourself that it's okay to quit, so you have to go and manufacture a circumstance that forces you to stop, because if you stop, then you're a failure. But if someone else forces you to stop, then it's not your fault, and you're not a bad person. You're just trying. You're doing your best, and people don't see that. They don't take responsibility and realize that you're the one who wanted it to go too far. You asked for this because you wanted it, not me. I'm not...
Yeah, I call BS on not having regrets, and I don't know about people who say that they never have any regrets in their lives. I don't believe that one bit. I am 100% sure that everyone has some form of regret. And I almost feel like if you don't live life, you will almost automatically have regrets from, living life. That's just a normal thing, right? We all strive to not live with any regrets whatsoever. 100%, I agree with that, but I don't really think that there is a person out there that can say that they have no regrets whatsoever in life. I think those people would be lying. I'm kind of curious to see what you can do with the postbox here with an item in hand. Like, Are you able to mail stuff? Okay, right. This is still the same letter that we've seen already. No new mail, and we can't really mail anything out except for parcels, I suppose. I'm gonna just put the coffee here in for a wash. I mean, I'm sure that we've already got another bean there. Yeah, I think we do. But the next batch of tea that we're going to make is the one fruit flavor that we haven't exactly tried. And that is the ghost fruit. So apparently it'll fill our heads with names of popular songs that don't exist. So that's fine. We'll give it a go. They weren't lying about the regret thing though. That story sounds pretty horrible, to be honest. I would feel bad about putting someone through ridiculous amount of training and only for that person not to end up, you know, succeeding. I mean, I suppose you can't really predict whether or not someone's going to succeed or not, but I think it was the wrong move to, you know, pit the kid against someone with a lot more experience. Sorry, what am I doing? I am looking for the fruit trees. Well, I keep wanting to call them trees. They're not exactly trees, are they? The fruit plants. Ghost fruit. I think, isn't it this one that gives us the ghost fruit? Yep. One ghost fruit tea coming right up. And once we're done with this tasting, I am actually going to make like a decent batch here, because I do want to be able to feed some tea to the Pluffins as well. At least 1 cup. We might even be able to get 2 cups for the Pluffins. But we are going to need to make some more coffee, I predict, after this one. And we can always give some more coffee to another Pluffin out there. So, oh no, we are out of tea balls. That's right. Forgot that we actually do need to go out and source some more tea. So we're gonna have to do that. Perhaps maybe after this batch. That goes in, and our ghost fruit. I wonder what kind of thoughts we would have with just plain old tea. Because that's definitely something that we haven't done. And I did talk about perhaps maybe giving the soup cans a try to see what we can make out of that. Obviously soup. But I don't really want to rush into that until we either have a need for soup, or if we find ourselves in a position where people are not talking anymore and that we're about to, you know, go through the meditation process. But anyway, let's find a good bench somewhere. Maybe we can sit in front of the trellis garden this time.
Okay. Fabricated names of popular songs. Let's see. How about Sunshine Song? Or a song about love? Oh, God. These suck. This isn't, look, I don't know popular music at all. Tippy Tappy. Zippy Zappy? Sure, whatever. That could be a song. I don't listen to music. This isn't my thing. You're a swell angel of songs. And you're sweet, so dance and do a song thing. There. Are you happy? That's a song. It's a stupid, awful song, but I don't even care. Ugh. Leave me alone.
That was some horrendous song names. Alright, these coffee seeds are growing like weeds now. I can't say I agree with the amount of coffee seeds that we're seeing everywhere, but it'd be nice if we could have, you know, grown the coffee and controlled where they grow. I think I would have preferred that. Anyway, another cup of tea going to our Pluffin friends. Let's just change the channel. There we go. I'll grab that cup over there and let's get a batch out. And yeah, I think I'll do like a cup of coffee for the last Pluffin. Where are these Pluffins? I think that's the one that we already changed into blue. Maybe this one. There you go, mate. So I guess it will transform very slowly into some kind of purple hue. Yep, definitely happening. Alright, time to head back. Oh, this might actually be a decent bench to sit on, to contemplate on stuff, although we have already given our tasting notes on all types of teas. Speaking of teas, we don't have tea leaves. So let me just fix that problem right now, because it's going to take us a bit of time to wait for the tea balls to be ready. So probably a good idea for us to get started with that pretty quickly. Dump that in there. Alright. And the next batch of coffee is what we need, right? So let's get to it. So make sure that there's enough water in there for a couple of cups. Is that enough? Maybe a little more. Oh, that didn't even rise. There we go. I don't even have the coffee with me. Goodness me. And I actually haven't really spoken to the guy who I assume is going to want the coffee. Maybe before we rush into brewing this coffee, we should have a chat with him first. Who knows? Who knows? He could change his mind and perhaps maybe want tea instead. You never know. Hello. I have observed that there is coffee available. I will accept a coffee at this time. Fine, but I'm not making regular coffee. You have to give me a more interesting coffee order. I do not typically care for styles of coffee other than regular. Well, then today you're gonna learn something new about yourself. How exciting for you. This is the only way that you will make coffee? Yep. Oh. In that case, I will take coffee with fruit. What kind of fruit? I will take whichever fruit has the least amount of flavor possible. Fine. I will bring you the most flavorless, fruity coffee I can make. Very good. The least flavorful fruit. I mean, considering his request, I would just do a regular coffee in that case, but I guess we have made it our mission to give him an interesting flavor of coffee. Chip Chip. Consuming it reminds you of those who have wronged you. It has mint flavor. Impossible to quite place, no matter how hard you think about it, or what you compare it to. So, which means that maybe this could be the answer, the messberry, because there's no specific flavor there. Although that doesn't exactly equate to flavorless, right? Bright and tangy, hints of lavender, probably not. Oh, here we go. Bite berry. Completely tasteless, returns your thoughts to a time of innocence. Well, we have our answer then. Bite berry it is. I think we get the bite berries from... Was it this one? Hang on, let's take a look again. This one. Alright, so... we do still have a couple of mess berries though. But anyway, yes, coffee. Bite berry coffee. Let's do it. There we go. Alright. Ooh, I don't know about the color of this coffee, but... it's what they wanted. You can't blame us for, getting food poisoning or anything like that. Well, I suppose we have insisted on making them a different type of coffee, though. Right. Where is he? Oh, this guy, he wants to speak to us again. Maybe he wants another coffee. Interesting. Here you go, coffee. I see, it is coffee, but it contains a fruit. And yet, I cannot taste the fruit. There is no flavor. Yes, this is the most agreeable sort of flavor of all. It is perhaps my favorite flavor. I have never had a favorite flavor before. It is a new experience. I am thrilled. I am brimming with enthusiasm. This enthusiasm will translate directly into my ability to deliver an effective presentation. My presentation will address complaints about the excessive number of presentations. I like this. I can see that the subject matter of my presentation interests you. Oh, wow, there you go. It definitely interests me. Yes, let's do it. I am very much interested. Yes, it was obvious. I could tell you are interested because of how interested you are. Due to your high level of interest, I will now show you the presentation. You will enjoy it. Please hold your comments during the presentation. Hello, I am Terry, from the Services and Integrations Department. Hi, Terry. As I said before, please do not speak during the presentation. I am here today to speak to you about the number of presentations that have been taking place across the company. Specifically, complaints have been filed regarding the excessive number of presentations. Why are so many unnecessary presentations taking place? This is what we have set out to answer. As best we can tell, a man who looks like this has been delivering excessive presentations. I mean, you do look like that as well, Terry. His motivations are unclear, his methods are precise, his resources are unlimited. He has been known to deliver presentations advocating for a radical increase in the number of presentations. This is misinformation. It is entirely possible that the man does not work at this company at all. Reports are inconclusive. through collective action, we can curb the misbehavior of this man or anyone working with him. A process for reporting problematic individuals is covered in your company onboarding workbook. Sorry, I didn't see it in my company workbook. I cannot have been any clearer. There is to be no speaking during this trial presentation. That said, I am distressed to learn that it is not covered in your company onboarding workbook. I'll let Janice know to have it fixed. Excellent. I will speak with her later about redistributing workbooks for new employees. This concludes the presentation. I hope I have demonstrated the severe nature of the problem at hand. I've seen this guy before. You have? This is serious news. When did you see him? He delivered a presentation to me just moments ago. Fascinating. I will record this information to use as part of an additional presentation. This presentation was the result of extensive work. It is of drastic social importance. I have on me a spare picture of the man portrayed in the presentation. You may keep it, if you wish, to raise awareness of him and his actions. Sure, I'll take it. Now, that is a picture that I might be able to hang. Good. Please ensure that it is displayed in a prominent location. Well, yeah, I don't mind this one because maybe it's better than taking a picture of Larry, Terry, and Jerry. I'm surprised that we don't have another one, you know, Barry or something. But anyway, where can I hang a picture of the corpos? We don't really have any space for anyone else, do we? Perhaps maybe... yeah, we can get rid of some posters, I reckon. Or maybe we can use this one. Yep, I like it. I like it. We'll leave that there. But the next to go is probably going to be the posters. I don't really like the poster that much. How many eggs am I thinking of right now? Or whatever that series is called. Borrow seems to like it. Alright, so do people want more coffee or what's the deal? Have we seen this guy before? I can't really remember. Do I want to go with one of the corpos again, or do I want to perhaps maybe have a chat with Zenith? Maybe we can have a chat with Zenith, but not before we feed another tea to one of our pluffins. So let's go ahead and do that first. Well, actually, this is not a tea, is it? It's a coffee. Regular pluffins, where are you guys? I guess this is one of the regular ones? Possibly. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that was a regular one or not. I guess it is turning black. Or actually, no, it just matches the color of whatever you have brewed. Interesting. I thought it just turns black because it's coffee, but no, not the case. Have we done 5 of them? Possibly. Let's have a chat with Borrow. Hello, miss. Is there something I can be assisting you with? You said you wanted me to feed the pluffins? Ah, yes, so I did. Simply feed 5 of them a cup of tea and then come back to speak with me. Pluffins will drink the tea if you are placing it on the ground near them. Okay, maybe we haven't given all of them the teas. How many of these corpo guys are there? I think there are 4 now. Or is it because we've given some of them coffee that it doesn't count? It needs to be tea. Possibly. Zenith? You have presented coffee to the men of business. Was it successful? Coffee. Yeah, he seemed to like it, I guess. Hard to really know. An unqualified, resounding success. Victory! We are very grateful for your help in creating coffee. You have our thanks. Please, we do not know what you are called. What is your name? Alta? Alta the human. It is our joy to experience your being, your existence, your presence. You must tell us your journey, please. Describe yourself. We wish it very much. Your story. I'm a fighter. The best in the world. Ah, combat. We have experienced combat ourselves, long ago. How do you prefer to do battle? What is your method? Your weapons? Mostly sword combat, that's my specialty. But my sword isn't exactly... I don't know how to carry it anymore. It's a complicated story. Ah, this delights us. We enjoy very much when a thing is complicated. Delightful. The complexity, the chaos, it is an inviting energy. Yes. Can you please tell us more of what is complicated? I don't know where to start. I don't really like talking about these things. Human Alta, we have an idea, a proposition. We wish for you to exit this clearing and return to the forest. We will journey there with you, together. Why? In the forest, it is easier for us to perceive essences, deeper nature. We shall witness your essence in the shade of the forest, your nature. The complications that you speak of, the forest will allow us to see them, to touch them. It will be fun, delightful. Sure. Should I, follow you there? No need. You must simply walk out through the exit. We will join you. We will be both there and here. Both. We are in many places, even now. All. When you are ready, we will be there in the forest. Okay. See you there, I guess? Okay, so I guess the thing is omnipresent. I was gonna say, you know, all-knowing at some point, but, you know, if they're omnipresent, perhaps they could be all-knowing. Oh, it wants to speak to us again. Well, I will actually go out because I was just about to mention to you guys that we haven't tried to go out to the forest in this instance of the clearing. So we will do that, but not before we make some tea, obviously, because we need to get those pluffins all colored and stuff. But I am also curious to try just plain old tea and see if we have some thoughts on plain old tea. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Regular tea coming right up. I'm wondering if I can give regular tea to the pluffins and whether or not that's going to make them change color and whether or not that counts. But yeah, we did find that bench before that was in a pretty decent position right in front of this big tree, which I really love the look of this tree, actually. Let's have a seat and enjoy.
I had a trainer once who was obsessed with tea. He would make us sit and drink it. And he would always claim that there was all this deep wisdom in tea. But it was just talk. He treated us like it would be obvious, if only we paid attention, that somehow the wisdom would reveal itself. Drinking this reminds me of him. I should add some flavor to it next time. Something more than just tea leaves.
Interesting. Interesting that it reminded her of that trainer, you know? So there's some merit in drinking just plain tea. But even, like, in real life, you know, tea can't just be plain, right? Like, there are all sorts of types of teas, so they all give different flavors anyway. We are almost out of tea again, and I feel like it might be a good idea for us to continue gathering a few more tea leaves, just in case. And there's still the matter of giving more tea to Pluffins, so... Ooh, look at that. That does not look too good. Let's cut it all back before it gets out of hand. I'll leave the pot behind. I don't really think I need another pot. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah, it's one of our pictures. I'll leave that. We can have a seat here as well? Is that a thing? Ah, okay. Yeah, apparently we can. Tea leaves. Sorry, getting distracted. Oh, lordy lord. No, no, no. Can't have that. A little bit more to go. I do feel like perhaps maybe the weeds are growing a little faster now. Or is it just me? This is full. Let's return. Oh, there's some tea over here as well. Didn't know they grew that close. To the trellis garden, that is. Okay. Brilliant. So one more batch of tea, and this time we'll flavor it. We don't really need to be too fussy about the flavor, I don't think. Provided we can get some kind of color. So let's grab that. Actually, I probably didn't really need to, you know, grab another, like, fruit, because I've got quite a few different fruits in my inventory at the moment, which we could simply use. Oh, yeah. So that's a couple of batches. I'm pretty sure, you know, giving a couple of the Pluffins some more tea should do the trick. Oh, hit the valve. And, you know, because we have all of this, we may as well, like, use some of them. So we can do something like that. That'll give us, like, some very strange, ominous color, but... Brilliant. Okay, so let's try and look for, you know, the regular Pluffins. Perhaps maybe there are only 5 of them out here and we need to make sure that we give color to all of them? I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly the thing. This one's purple. This one's completely black, which I feel means that we have given them some drinks. Does it matter which ones we give the teas to? Not sure. I think this one looks pretty regular to me. So we'll let that one enjoy it, and we'll do a little bit of cleaning up. Okay, look at him go. And we have one more batch, so we may as well serve that up. I forgot about the cup. I mean, it's an interesting mechanic to be able to color the Pluffins to whatever color you desire. But I kind of like the way they look normally, to be fair. Yeah, there you go. One for you. Good work. Oh. I'll drop you there. Grab that. And I think it's time for us to have a chat with Burrow. See what he says. I've fed the Pluffins tea. So you have. You've done it. I don't know about you, but I am truly loving the extra bits of color it brings to our clearing. And they started following me around too. Well, yes, of course, the Pluffins are knowing who butters their bread. Perhaps you have already found yourself in charge of a Pluffin entourage. Here, let me be giving you this picture of Burrow and the Pluffins. It is really one of my favorites. Thank you so much for taking such lovely care of our shop fauna. Now that's a good picture. I might replace that one. That guy, oh no, we can't see the Pluffins there. Alright, we better put this somewhere else then. But again, I'm running out of places to put pictures. Maybe... do we see the Pluffins here? Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, that's decent. Otherwise, I was gonna take maybe one of the other, you know, spots. Some of the bigger spots. But anyway, that looks fine to me. And I think the next thing we need to do is to leave the clearing and see what happens with Zenith. So let's go ahead and do that. Is it over here? No. Somewhere else. Nope. Where is the exit? Here we go. Alright, let's see what happens. And I'm keen to see if there's any progress we can make. Okay, I'm here. What's next? Human Altar. We are with you. Isn't it delightful? Wow, so you're also still in the clearing right now? Correct, but our attention is on you. We are fascinated by what we might see in you. Please tell us, what do you see right now? Just, trees, rocks. And whenever I'm out here, I think back on my fights. Ah, delightful. We see it too. It is a memory. Wait, you can see me fighting? But it's just my memory. No, the forest is making it. Real, tangible, discernible. We can perceive it in full clarity. Delightful. Let us examine this memory. How interesting, how fascinating. Your skills far exceed that of your opponent. I know. That's why it was so stupid when I lost. Another memory appears. A similar one. Oh, this is the other fight I lost. Another stupid failure. No reason for it. Yes, we see it. We perceive it fully. Human Altar. This memory is also quite fascinating. We can see the problem. We can see now why you lost these fights. You can? Right there. Do you see it? Your change structure. It is stuck. My change structure? Yes, we see it clearly. It is attempting to move, but it cannot. What do you mean by change? Ugh. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Just a second. Let's get moving again. Human Altar. Are you okay? Yep, I'm fine. I'll be fine. Go back to that memory. Tell me again what you saw, the reason why I lost. We cannot see the memory anymore. It is gone now. But a new memory is taking its place. Tell us about this. What is this? Oh god, I tried to kill Master Winters. The only person who could have helped me, and I attacked her because of the person who looks like me. Human Altar. We see very clearly, in all of these memories, the problem is the same. Your change structure is completely blocked. Yes, no room for movement at all. Unable to expand. Unable to advance. It cries for help. Fascinating. We believe that perhaps we can help it. We can try to move the change structure forward. Wait, so you're saying it's the same reason I lost those fights? And you can fix it? We don't know. But we can try. If it does not help, then... Human Altar, are you alright? We can stop now. To rest. It will be harder to assist you if you are tired. Sticking to the character that we know Alta is, let's continue moving.
That's right, Alta. Keep moving. Don't give up. You're someone who fights until the very end. Be proud of that.
Human Alta, you have begun to run again. Can we ask why? It's her. She's here. She made me start running. To whom are you referring? She looks just like me. She was standing here just a second ago. Didn't you see her? No, we did not see anything. All we see is you. But she's the one making me do this to myself. It's not me, it's her. Please, Zenith, make her go away. It's ourselves, really. Our alter ego. Perhaps. Or just our stubbornness to just continue pushing on ahead constantly. But whatever it is, I'm hoping that Zenith can actually help us out, or help Alta out. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode, guys, because I think this is probably a perfect place for a bit of a break. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Chuck me a like if you did. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.